What is good, everybody? Hope you're doing great. Welcome to the cool training mode in Halo Infinite. I want to show you ways that you can use the training mode to warm up more effectively or just practice your movement tech. We've loaded into streets. I've turned all of the bots off in the training options. And the first thing that I like to do is practice some movement tech. You can do, training to where you do your strafes, but I like to do that later in the video where we're going to do the play fighting and whatnot. So first thing I like to do is just practice those curb slides. And one of the really, if you don't know what a curb slide is, it's where you sprint off of a low-lying edge. And as you come off of the edge, you press the crouch button. For this one to get it, it's probably right about here where you're going to press the crouch button. So if you do it correctly, you'll get this crazy speed boost, and it's really useful on this map because you can use it to contest the rocket launcher, which is going to happen quite a bit in this match. If you do it too late, you're going to get a normal slide. If I do it too early, I won't slide. That was a little too late. And again, it's a real specific, it's almost frame perfect. Right there was what you wanted. That's the slide right there. It's easier coming off this way, but you can do it over towards the oddball as well. See, that was too early. There we go. That was it right there. And so this is a great fun thing to practice, mainly because it feels good and there's like fun movement tech to just play around with. You know what I mean? That was just a little bit too late on that one. Whee! There it is. So lower edges become a little bit easier to do it on, but whatever. Okay. So good practice spot right there. Very fun. There is a cool little jump up right here if you don't know about it, where you can actually land and stand. You can't bounce into the wall too hard, and you can jump up without going into the clamber animation. Yes, this is faster, but the benefit of doing the jump is you don't actually get locked into the animation where you're clambering and you can't shoot. This way you can just jump up and surprise enemies. Not seeing a lot of people doing it. There's also a really cool jump right here. Just gives you an additional sight line. There's not a lot of movement options to it, but this is a cool little spot to practice if you need a getaway or if you need a different sight line for something. By the way, you can also curb slide off of this. It's amazing, dude. Like, the more you practice in these modes, how crazy the movement tech is in this game and what you can do. The next main jump that I like to practice is getting up onto the light post. From here, you've got a cool spot, but you also get to jump over here. If you do it correctly, you can actually just completely jump onto the bridge without having to do the clamber, but I'm not that good. So this is a crouch jump, basically, and if you do it right, you can just sort of actually jump up here. Sorry, I'm going to mess it up quite a few times because I do still struggle with it. But you jump, you crouch in the air to lift your legs, and then you can stand up here indefinitely, which is kind of cool. A little bit of an invisible ledge, and then you can hop up. It's a really good flanking route that a lot of people don't expect. And remember, in ranked with no radar, unless they're really listening, this is a super easy jump to practice. So that's how I like to begin, is just practicing my curb slides, practicing some of the skill jumps, and just getting a really good feel of the sticks for the movement. Let's move on to the next map. Okay, we're on to recharge. So a few of the movement tech things that you want to know is this jump right here. This is extremely useful, and so it's another crouch jump onto this box, basically. You can stand here indefinitely. If you've got good spacing, you can actually crouch jump all the way up so you don't actually hit the clamber, which is awesome. And I think the little ledge can extend all the way over. So again, one more crouch jump here. Yep, so if you land, there's an invisible little pipe or something, so you can contest over here. This ledge goes a really long way, and so you can just scoot all the way over. Another really good one to practice. You have probably seen a lot of pros doing it. You can shoot back towards mid, which is very useful. So here we go. That's the next one I like to practice. It's super finicky, but essentially you can clamber on this edge and on the outer edge, but it's really tricky to do. You can't just hit it straight on. If you go right here, nothing. You come from this side, you've got a clamber. This box is the most irritating thing in the world. I'm sure, like, I've hit this box more than 100 times or whatever. You have to sort of walk off the edge, get a little bit further out, then jump, and then you can jump up here. And those are the main things I like to practice over on recharge. Someday I will hit you, jump. Someday I will hit you. So just practice some of the other maps where you have jump ups and options that you want to get a little bit better at. All right, now the gunfighting portion of the video. We've loaded into Aquarius. BR is on because I'm practicing for ranked. If you're doing quick play, you could do the normal AR sidekick setup. Friendly bots I've turned off. Enemy bots I've set to 4. Spartan difficulty. Infinite ammo on. And there's two things you can do here. If you have play fighting turned on, which is one of the bottom options there, you'll see that the enemies don't... Nice, overshield. You'll see that the enemies don't shoot back. So play fighting just means that they're gonna strafe and behave like, well, an enemy would, but there's no bullets coming back at you. He's just gonna strafe, and it's a good way to probably start the practice session off. It's useful, but what I prefer is to come down here, have Deathless on, play Fighting off. So they shoot back at you, and you get all the normal feedback that you normally would if you were in a gunfight. So I'm taking damage from the dynamo grenade, I'm getting hit with the shock rifle back there. Notice I'd be dead at this point if Deathless wasn't turned on. This is a really useful way to get, used to gunfighting under high pressure situations, right? So do this 10-15 minutes before you start playing in your session, and it's very useful, man. I like that we have a training mode now where you can actually start practicing and doing these things. Very, very useful. Ooh, nice thrust. And every once in a while, they'll do some tricky stuff that throws me off for sure. So that is usually how I like to warm up. It's a mix of movement tech, a mix of gunfighting, practicing our strafe, getting ninja'd from a bot behind us. Do this for a little bit each day, and I promise you're going to see like big improvements across the board. And yeah, have fun with your curb slides. That's a really addicting and fun thing to do. I'm glad that they've got that sort of movement tech in the game. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you want to check out some of the other videos in my tip series, click the video down below or on the screen right now. Have a great rest of your day, and I will see you again very soon.